to my Candy Love University life. So I'm a little bit late with this, but in this video, I'm going to be playing through Priya's route for episode 13, and I'm just going to get straight into it, so let's go. Alright, we got a message from Priya. Here we go. So, I know our rooms aren't very far apart, but it'll still be easier to talk about everything under the sun around here, rather than facing your horrible roommate. Yeah. Have a great day. See you soon. A big smile spread across my face. I answered right off the bat. Wait, I won't ever let her come after you. I hope we can see each other soon. Hope you have a great day too. Aww. Unfortunately, I'm going to spend my evenings locked up in the city library with people from my class. We have a big project for the end of the week, but I'll do whatever I can to be free this weekend. Can't wait. Last thing I knew, I had left you alone with Castile. It seemed like he wanted to talk to you. We talked. We even went to his place for a cup of tea, but that's all. The evening stopped there. I was sure he wanted more, considering how he was staring hungrily at you that night. That was the case, yeah, but personally, I had something else in mind. Something else? Something else happened with someone else. Meaning, the idea of telling Shani that Priya and I are together worries me all of a sudden. I figure she's open-minded enough on the topic, but this is dumb. She's my friend. She'll understand. Priya. The words won't come out despite everything. Priya and you. Are you together officially? Well, it's still vague. I don't know what to think. Seems like it's making you happy. No need to go any farther than that. I looked at Shani with a worried smile. Let yourself go. If you girls are happy together, that's all that matters. It's just that it's the first time. I understand. It's normal for you to be having all these doubts. I'm happy for you. Priya seems like a nice person. It doesn't bother you? Thanks, Shani. Why would it bother her? That's random, but I want to see where this leads. About you being with a girl, not in the least. That has so little importance for me. Thanks, Shani. Shani, you're such a good friend. So there, you know everything. What about Rosa? Have you seen her again? God, no. I mean, yes, did I? I can't remember seeing her. Yes, let's just say she's getting by. Oh, hey, you three. She and I gave each other a knowing look. I blushed on the spot. Are you going to the snake room too? Oh no, I'm going back to campus after a long day of studying. Oh, do you want me to walk back with you? That wouldn't be a bad idea, sure. No, no one is walking anyone back. Come with us, it'll do you a world of good. I have to study tomorrow, but I'm dying to, I admit. Yes, come on. I admit I agree pretty much with Alex. Come on, it'll be fun. You don't waste any time waiting. And then again, how can I resist? Alexi and Morgan don't seem to grasp what's going on. Good. Well, it shouldn't hurt me, but seriously, really not for long. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Looks like there aren't many people for the time being. So much the better. Let's go before it's packed. We sat down at a table close to the bar. Oh, look who's here, Alex. Alexi and Morgan got up to go say hi to a friend of theirs. I'm glad we ran into you, otherwise I wouldn't have seen you all weekend. I wouldn't have been able to keep myself from coming and knocking on your door, to have you for at least 5 little minutes to myself. 5 minutes is much too short. I would have asked for more. Oh my god, I realized I still have my dorky uniform on. I need to change this. Priya smiled at me and laid her hand on my lap under the table. That move made me sit up straight in my chair right away. Is everything okay? Yes, fine. I was torn between two feelings. The heat of her hand on top of mine, at last, that feeling of satisfaction I had waited for all week, and the impression that all the people gathered in the bar were now staring at us. I don't know if it's in my head or just because I'm thinking about it. Is everything okay? You seem uptight. Yes, really, everything's fine. I think we should wait a while to show ourselves in public. It's just that this is the first time for me. It's dumb. I feel like everyone's looking at us. Let's go see. It isn't dumb, and I'm glad you said something to me rather than keeping the feeling to yourself. I totally understand what you mean. Priya removed her hand from my thigh gently. No, I didn't mean for you to take your hand away. Sorry, I'm spoiling everything. No, of course not. Don't worry. It's not even a matter of being afraid of showing myself. It's just a new feeling. And I totally understand. Even in the 21st century, without necessarily being unkind, people are curious, so this kind of thing keeps attracting looks. We're lucky to be in a country where our relationship is accepted. But man is curious by nature. When people are confronted with a situation that's out of their ordinary, that isn't part of their codes, they can't keep from staring. But still, it's not really ill-intentioned. Yeah, and I don't care, that's not the problem. Eri, we have all the time in the world. Don't put yourself under pressure. What matters to you... What matters to me is being with you. And I want these gestures to seem natural to you. Priya, you're good at finding the right words. And you're good at brightening up my weekend. My cheeks caught fire immediately. I got 2 pitchers. One of the raspberry lemonade and one spicy strawberry lemonade. Spicy? With rum. Haha, okay, I see, thanks. We poured ourselves drinks. There was more and more of a crowd in the bar. We were incredibly lucky to find seats. I'm glad you came along with us, Priya. We haven't seen much of each other lately. Yeah, I feel like I can't manage to see anyone at all. Finishing up your masters is complicated. There are always our little Friday study sessions. We can start them back up if need be. Yeah, that's true. I'd be thrilled to, but unfortunately, I have more and more group work with people from my major. Same goes for me. Thank goodness I met you at the beginning of the year, Morgan. Otherwise, I would never have had time to charm you. Something tells me you would have managed no matter what, Alexi. Yep, I think you were pretty determined. We all laughed wholeheartedly. What about you, Priya? Do you have someone in your life these days? Awkward. Are we going to tell them, or... you might put it that way, yes. I stiffened up on my chair. But I hope it's just the beginning of a great adventure. Who is it? Alex, curiosity killed the cat. For a second, I hesitated about speaking up. It wouldn't bother me to tell them, I think, but Priya didn't give me the time. A great girl who feels all my thoughts. That's also why it's taking me so much time to study these days. I'm having a hard time concentrating. Oh, really? Awesome. Feel free to invite him. Wait, she said girl. Feel free to invite him next time we go out. Priya grinned a little and turned to face me. Sure, I'll think about it. What? I don't see how Alexi and Morgan are managing not to notice our little game. We went on chatting, and around 1 a.m, Alexi dragged us onto the dance floor. Priya dances incredibly well, obviously. She wiggles with such ease. I get the impression of being totally clumsy next to her. She ended up grabbing my hands and twirled me around her as she laughed. It had been a long time since I laughed so much. Once we finished our drinks, we realized the end of the evening had come. Come on, let's go. Done. I'll catch up with you outside. I won't be able to make it back to campus without going to the bathroom first. Okay, we'll wait for you outside. Alexi was holding me by the shoulders and singing the words to the last song we had danced to. I bet I'm going to have it on my mind all weekend. Still wound up from our night out, I ran into a guy who was in front of the entrance. Oh, sorry. No harm done. Caught by surprise, I blurted out the world's most uninspired answer. Hi, how's it going? Good. Not as good as you, though. Looks like you're having a nice night out. Obviously, my last conversation with him comes to mind. Alexi and Morgan stepped away and kept on singing and laughing. I took the chance to leave them behind and talk to Castiel more privately. Yes, it's been a nice night out. Listen, about last time, I know we got interrupted. I'm glad to see you. So, our pictures in the newspaper didn't cause too much trouble. B is the only one that I haven't picked yet, so I'm going to pick it because I want to see what happens. Oh god, that's awkward. Yeah, me too. That's so awkward. Why did I say that? I don't know why I said that. It came out fast. Even though we're talking the way we did before, I sense the terms of our relationship have changed. Still, he made passes at me and apologized for that. You can't ignore it. It's hard not to think about it when I see him. Are you sure everything's okay? Yes, I'm fine. My face must betray my thoughts for sure. I hope Priya's doing well too. I didn't. Oh, okay. All right, he knows. How does he know about like everyone? How do you know, Castile? I hope Priya's doing well too. I didn't think that you played in that league. My whole body froze on the spot. Seriously, how? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm teasing. Priya is a nice girl, and if you're happy, that's what's most important. I have a ton of replies in mind, but I'm incapable of formulating a single one with enough bite to make him shut up. Okay. Is that why everything's over between us? Castile, what, do you not want it to be over? Because, that's interesting. Oh God, sorry, I can't keep from teasing you, but I clearly see that it's a sensitive topic. I wouldn't want to pass a limit. Right, you can stop now. I'm good, we can go now. Her smile vanished when, oh God. Her smile vanished when she saw me in Castile's company. And they were supposed to be friends. She walked towards us, waving hello to Castile. I thought you rehearsed every weekend and that you weren't free for the next 10 years. Did they talk to each other this week? My rehearsal studio is right upstairs, Einstein, and besides, I'm not the one who hasn't answered messages for the past 2 weeks. The network was down, and afterwards I was busy. Castile glanced at me. That's what I figured, yeah. His answer didn't seem to bother Priya. I appreciate how you understand fast. Sorry, but we were leaving just now. I love how awkward this is. Yeah, me too. Have a nice night. Good night, Castile. Priya and I caught up with Alexi and Morgan, who were starting to sing the song we had danced on like crazy for the 3rd time. Alexi and Morgan walked through the campus gate arm in arm. Morgan was humming a wedding entrance song. Priya and I laughed our heads off as we followed them. They're crazy, but entertaining. Can't disagree with that. I'm exhausted. You're getting old. I've partied later than this in your company. Hey, don't you dare say that. Alexi gave me a kiss on the cheek before turning to face Morgan. Do we really have to go? We could have kept partying somewhere else. You just said you were exhausted. Oh, really? Come on, off to bed. Morgan spanked Alexi's butt with the palm of his hand, laughing. Oh, please don't stop. Okay, you two, it's really time to go to bed for sure. They headed to Morgan and Hune's room. Priya and I called the elevator. We could still hear them talking. So, good night then. You know, my roommate might still be gone. You could come with me. I'm glad I ran into you tonight. Unexpected things like that brighten up an evening. I feel like Eileen's there. Or maybe it's the next day that we see her. I can't remember. Let's just go with A. Are you sure she isn't there? I can always go check and send you a text if the ghost is clear. Just enough time for you to grab your pajamas and come back. How about it? Priya pressed me up against the wall, to the right of the elevator. First of all, if I'm coming to share your bed, believe me, I can do without my pajamas. I'm always discombobulated by the influence she has over me. Discombobulated. I play along, enticing her, but she knows the rules much better than me. And second of all, she kissed the corner of my mouth before backing up. This week and tonight did me in. I'm totally exhausted. I'd be better off getting some sleep, and with you next to me, that'll be impossible. Haha, well, okay. I took her hands in mine. Her touch always has the same effect on me, as if it was something new every time. I'm surprised by how soft her hands are, by how thin her fingers are, and right away, I want more. We could get together again. Yes! Wait, I wasn't finished. Tomorrow night. Yes! How about catching a movie? Yes, yes, yes. It would be our first real date. I like the idea, yes. Perfect. She tucked a stray strand of my hair behind my ear, as usual. I moved closer to press my lips against hers. Her lips are sweet. They still have the taste of the spicy lemonade. It's nice. Good night. See you tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait either. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, whoops, I didn't know this was going to continue. Knowing there are only a few yards between us is both frustrating and arousing. Okay, we're picking an outfit for the date, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. I hope it's this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. The leather jacket. Yep, I like it. I'm ready. I scanned the theatre a second to see if I recognized anyone. I felt someone tap my shoulder. Well, that outfit is ravishing on you. Personally, I didn't go all out. You're always gorgeous. She stroked the fabric of my outfit with the tips of her fingers. That unique gesture has an electrifying effect on me. It's a small movie theatre, so the only movie at this time of day is an old release. So tell me. Well, I hope you'll like it. It's a horror movie. Yes, but a soft one. Haha, just tell me the title, Priya. It's The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Have you ever seen it? No. It's a movie based on a true story. It's about the trial related to a young girl's exorcism. So it's a fight between the ones who think her behaviour can be explained by her epilepsy and the ones who defend a more supernatural cause. I'm not really into horror movies, but your sales pitch is good. I don't mind going to see it, but I'm easily entertained by horror movies, so I'm going to freak out for sure. I love horror movies, just saying. I promise, I'll walk you all the way to your room. Under those circumstances, I accept. We move closer to the box office. There's a line ahead of us. Priya and I are standing side by side. I'm dying to slip my hand in hers. I think back on the night at the snake room, where I got the feeling everyone was going to stare at us. It's dumb. Alexi and Morgan don't hide, and no one says anything to them. It's just me getting myself all worked up. Without a word, I started by stroking her wrist and ended up entwining my fingers with hers. I feel like a teenager who's doing this for the first time. Her hand is much daintier than a man. I would hope so. It's nice. She strokes the back of my hand with her thumb. I want the moment to last forever. It's strange. It's as if I was rediscovering the feeling. Ha 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 ha, stop, you're a jerk. I turned around, pulled suddenly from my daydream. It's just a group of friends who are fooling around at the back of the line. Come on, you ask them. Oh, God, here we go. Is he talking about us? I glanced at Priya. She gave me a reassuring look. We kept moving up on the line. Hey! Several people turned around in the line. It's just a bunch of guys, barely 20 years old, shoving each other around. It's nothing. Oh my God, that is so rude. How do you do it? With your fingers? Or do you have a sex toy for that? I would slap the shit out of them. I stiffened up immediately, as if I had been hit with a bucket of cold water. Priya let go of my hand right away. I guess we still can't do something as simple as holding hands, even in the 21st century. I don't even dare turn around to confront them. I'm still in shock from what I heard and no one around us is even reacting. That is so freaking rude. Priya turned around and cut through the line, rushing straight to where the lewd comment had come from. Priya, go! Oh, I love this girl. What makes you think you have the right to ask that kind of indiscreet question? They kept on laughing. It's just a question. It was just a question I was wondering about, that's all. The guy who had spoken was tall, and he folded his arms across his chest, puffing it out in front of Priya. What's your goal? Is it to make us feel uncomfortable, to show off, to keep us from having a good time at the movies? Why did you do it? Go, Priya! Well, when I have a question, I ask it. Maybe you should shut your mouth. Look at me closely. If you have questions to ask about sexuality, considering that obviously you must have missed a few classes about that, ask your biology teacher or your parents. And you, if I hear the sound of your voice one more time, I'll drag you by your neck to the closest police station. Oh, yes! This girl is amazing. Oh, Priya, I love you. This is so great. I mean, not that she should have to do this anyway, but still, you know. And I'll explain what you're risking for street harassment. This isn't the street, and I moved closer, even though I was shaking all over. I don't want it to get out of hand. I don't think you get it. I'm going to explain right away, and afterwards, you and I are going to take a trip to the police station together. It sounds like she knows what. I grabbed Priya's hand as I stood behind her. She squeezed mine. Harassment means comments or conduct with sexual or sexist connotations that either violate a person's dignity due to their degrading or humiliating nature, or create an intimidating, hostile, or offensive situation in relation to that person. You know what you risk for that, right? The guy backed up. He lost the sassy look he'd had up until now. Now beat it before I do what I said I would. All right already, let's get out of here. The chick's a total drama queen. Priya squeezed my hand. She really let him have it, and yet I get the impression she's shaking more than I am. Oh, Priya. I'm sorry. No, I'm the one who's sorry. The group left the movie theatre without a word. Good. Everyone had watched the scene in silence. A movie theatre employee ended up bringing us a drink and apologising about what happened, and saying how it was good Priya had reacted. She does everything she can to seem strong, but I see her hand shaking like a leaf. Oh, she turned to face me and gave me a hug. You know, he's just a jerk who... I refused to let that happen. All I wanted was a nice night at the movies with you. We stepped away from the crowd to talk more privately. It was good you reacted. It makes me so mad. I understand. It's the first time we've been out together, in public like this. I don't want you to think that's what's going to happen to us on a daily basis. I don't want you to be afraid. I'm the one who stuck a strand of her hair behind her ear this time. Priya, I refuse to let that guy dictate my night out with you. And obviously seeing how you just defended us, I think he's really the one who should be afraid. You know what you need? What? Popcorn. Yes. I hesitated a second, then I kissed her on the lips, right there in front of everyone. I couldn't keep myself from looking around. No one had reacted. Some people looked the other way when I made eye contact. Are you okay? A little shaken, but I'm okay. We're stronger than those bastards. The girl who had given us the drinks came back towards us to tell us she was also offering us the tickets for tonight's movie. Oh, so how about we go see this movie, huh? I'm not sure a horror movie is a good idea after what just happened. It might be too much emotion for one night, don't you think? Are you wimping out? Me? Never. Priya took a deep breath, took me by the hand, and we went to take a seat in the movie theatre. The theatre is far from full. I follow Priya into the main aisle that goes down between the rows of seats. Come on, let's sit here. We sat down and the opening credits started at the very same time. I feel safer here. I try to relax. But I can't keep from thinking about that guy's sentence. It keeps echoing in my head. And about how violent the situation was. The adrenaline had given me the courage to comfort Priya, but seeing her as shocked as me got me flustered. She and I are invincible. I know the world isn't only filled with jerks who are going to take the liberty of making comments like that. But apparently it's still a common occurrence. I glanced over at Priya, who seemed really into the movie. If you want us to leave the theatre, we can. We aren't obliged to watch the movie. I thought of my room, but Yolene's there. There's nowhere else the two of us can be together. No, I just feel like being with you. So stay with me. I slipped my hand into hers. And this time, there were no remarks to be heard. Aww, cute. Priya wrapped her arms around me. I put my head on her shoulder and she slipped her hand behind my back in a comforting gesture. Little by little, the feeling of insecurity I'd been feeling disappeared. So long as I'm with her, nothing can happen to me. Oh, that was cute. I actually really, really like Priya's route. I think that, I feel like someone different writes it compared to some of the other routes, like Castiel's especially, because I think their writing is actually pretty good, and I think that the way that they address topics is actually really well done as well, so I like it. And also, we got to spend quite a good amount of time with Priya in this episode, like at the bar and then at the movies, so yeah, I really like it. It was cute. So next video will be the last one, and it will be Hyun's route. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe for more Let's Play, and I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye!